Hey guys, and welcome to Squadron 303 live stream today. So yeah, Squadron 303 game released not too long ago. Basically, it's kind of like, you guys know Car Mechanic Simulator, the well, Car Mechanic Simulator, build your own cars and use them. So this is made by the same developers as that, where essentially you'll be flying Hurricanes throughout it in World War II with the 303 Squadron. Basically, it's customize your own aeroplanes, build them up, fly them how you want. It's a great game. I do like it, especially the historical context of it. And for some of you guys, as you know, I'm half Polish myself. And I know a lot about RAF Northolt and the 303 Squadron. In fact, my great-grandfather actually came to the UK, stationed in Luton during the World War II. But yeah, like, high hopes for this game. We're still in early access, bottom left corner, so he says early access 110. But yeah, start a new game. Let's get right into this one. 1940, here we go.
When we first arrived to Britain, we felt lost. So many months without a real home. So many months of disregard for our country and for us. The days of rigorous training in Demlin Academy seemed like a sweet dream. A curious thing, the soldier's life. At time of peace, you sometimes secretly long for war. It may seem a thing you are made for. A test, an adventure even. Yet, when it starts, all you want is to defeat your foes as fast as you could, to end the tragedy and save lives. We lost our country. We also weren't able to help saving France. Britain was the last stop for Nazi Germany. And for us, it was time to fight. I learned I will be joining number 303 Squadron, and was expecting to see some familiar faces there. We all were hoping to continue the great traditions of our former units. And with more modern equipment, we knew this time we'd have a real chance of triumph. When I arrived to RAF Northolt Air Station, I felt ready for any challenge.
And there we go. August 30, 1940. When I arrived at RAF Northolt Air Station, I felt ready for any challenge. This game, like, I love it. I love it. Historically, like, the way they've rebuilt RAF Northolt, but in the World War II kind of way. I mean, this is before the like the A40, as you guys know, and the dual carriageway by the and the road was just the Great Western Highway. And yeah, just like overall, just the recreation, the entire environment. I love it. So yeah, first mission, let's get on the bicycle. Let's go ride around RAF Northolt for a bit. So yeah, here's like the officers' lounge. Oh yeah, then get off the bike quickly. You should see the Spitfires. Go ahead. Nope, Hurricane, sorry. RAF Northolt's never had any Spitfires. It's just a Hurricane kind of like hotspot. Cool, let's go to the starting area. Take a ride to Chief Mechanic Kamirez Moshov, and talk to him. Most of these Polish names shouldn't be too bad to pronounce for me. Let's take this path here. Make a left. Like, everything you see here is basically how Northolt Airport was back in 1940. And for some of it, still is today. I mean, that building right there, the first one, actually no, I think that's the one that was knocked down 10 years ago and rebuilt. Go past these guys in training here. That hangar there, the second one, I believe still stands today. Albeit modified and barely looks original, but for the most part the shape of it and the foundation still exists today. Right, let's get off the bike and let's talk to Moshov.
How about some personal touches on my Hurricane?
You want a personal touch? No problem.
And there we go. So this is the plane mechanic bit of the simulator. So you get the opportunity to like modify the engine, modify the weapons, and I believe there may be like one or two more things as well that the early access didn't have earlier. So we'll start off with the weapons as part of this mission. So it's a case of take off the top and then remove the focusing bit here. Right, so I want to install, when it comes to harmonization, right, so it's 4 you get. Dowling spread goes for long distance, long distance, low spreads. Then it's close pattern, so slightly closer, just got a bit more spread to it. Far point is as far forward as possible. And then Grey Maitland Point, which is my personal favourite, it's kind of like in the middle, so you're not going too far, you're not going too close. So for me, I do quite like the Grey Maitland Point.
How about this?
There we go, we can now install the parts again. Put the top on, and our aircraft has been modified. Now head outside, return to Jan Zumbach, who is one of Poland's, or probably is Poland's all-time famous pilots. He went on to become like a public speaker, went on to become like a politician, and then died in France just out of very suspicious circumstances. No one knows how he died, and the French authorities just kind of like cancelled the investigation before it even really started. Hang on, it's not you talking, I'm talking to you behind him. There you go, talk to him. I believe this is Ferric.
Would you believe it?
Yes,
They call us the
Miroslav
worst case in
Ferric.
history. Oh, let me rewrite that history they are speaking of.
Now that you've mentioned it, you still have the diary of yours, right?
Of course. Should I be forced to drop my lunch or the diary, I would rather starve than lose my scribblings.
Let us hope you will not run out of food, but only out of paper one day.
Let us hope we will run out of war sooner.
Ferric. Basically, in Poland, his memoirs, his diary got published and became quite a phenomenon within Poland. Very famous. Over here, we've got František.
Sergeant František has crashed his plane because he tried to land it without extending the landing gear. What is wrong with you and your understanding
gosh,
of even
yeah, that's
the
another thing to talk
basics
about.
of training?
Let me guess. Kent?
Yes, and Khaled was right behind him, nodding sarcastically.
Don't worry, Joseph. Unlike us, they both were brought up in countries with modern...
Don't be unfair. The Polish aircraft at the time were also said to be modern.
decade ago. Still, the hurricanes may be growing on the trees here, but harvest is poor. Try to remember about the undercarriage next time. It is vital for us to not belly land. Consider the war effort.
Cool, so the aircraft he was referencing, the Lublin RX-III, the Lublin R-13, very sophisticated airplane built in Poland. That was early 1930s, so like 31, 32. And basically, Polish pilots back in Northolt and basically all over the country, what they would do is land the airplane, but forget to load landing gear, as the Polish aircraft were quite strong undercarriages, and therefore they wouldn't need to load landing gear for a lot of their landings. Not a hurricane, that would just ruin it. But here we go, first mission. Let's go realistic, normal, start mission. So, the ordinary flight. At the end of August, we felt like at home in Northolt, with one exception. We're not treated like real pilots. To Brits, we were still children. Of course, we made some stupid mistakes, but I knew our squadron included some top-notch pilots that would achieve great things one day. Yet all we did was those boring training flights. This one started just like the previous ones.
Keep up! Open the throttles, gate if you have to. Paskevich already did all the exercise. You are the last one in the row.
Cool, so controls, fairly simple, WSD.
Crash their planes during exercise. Could you prove you can fly at all?
RF throttle. Basically, it's your simple WSD kind of controls. Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the stream. Junior, how you doing? Let's go to the first waypoint here. So for me personally, I don't mind
Not bad at all.
which controls I use, either arcade or realistic. They're not too bad. Wouldn't mind seeing better control support in the future though. That's a must for me. I wouldn't mind seeing soon. Right, waypoint 2.
You are not a disappointment. The rest of the flying should be a breeze.
Right, go find the next waypoint. Yes, it's about 4:45 in the UK. There you go, fly through the third waypoint here.
Good. But can you hit anything? At least something stationary? Got your guns harmonized? Good. We fighters need to have a good perception, so sense your target's distance and predict the trajectory to know when the lights are green for shooting.
Even with little imagination, those balloons look like German Zeppelins.
Right, so I put too much frost in for too long. The engine has now overheated, which is slightly awkward. Once the press T to restart engine. So once it cools down enough, our engine will be able to restart. There we go, restarting engine. Takes some time, unfortunately. But hey, what can I do really? Other than not overheat it. There we go, engine's back in action. So in terms of flight controls, it's more kind of like game-like as opposed to your super realistic kind of like flying style. But for the most part, they're not too bad. Hi Goran, welcome to the stream. What country do I think you're from? Gosh, can I guess Poland?
Bandit. Bandit, 12 o'clock.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho. Oh gosh. They're British, alright.
And I will prove you I can shoot even better, Pastor.
What are you doing? Form up. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah, some of these Polish pilots did like to break out of formation, do their own thing, much to the dismay of British officers. Okay. Gosh, controls are a bit awkward at the moment. Dutch. Ah, so you're from Denmark. Not Wow, Denmark. Sorry, what I'm talking about. The Netherlands.
No mas.
There you go, getting a bit more used to the controls. Not sure why the aircraft keeps like going up and down.
Stay on target.
Generally the
Was
Spitfire.
a
Oops.
BF-110, but does it matter? It's a training flight. Your lack of discipline is unacceptable. But your accuracy and piloting skills are impressive. For me, your squadron should be called operational.
Perhaps in the future.
Have I flown the Tolis? Yes. Yes, I have. Right, so first mission complete. Got the Jans on back card and 5-star score. So, back in Northolt, August 13, 1940, we broke out of formation, turned and exercised into a shooting range joust, but the history shows that we have proven something to our British friends, and are scared our enemies, and scared our enemies. Nazis, Huns, Krauts or Jerrys, to me, there will always be Adolfs. I felt like we were on a mission called one Adolf after the other, until you find the original one. Yeah, normally I'm not too bad at this, but for some reason my Spitfire didn't feel too right. My Hurricane did not feel too right on the controls. I'll probably go get it tweaked at the hangar later. But here we go. Jans on back cards, also known as Donald and Johnny. Sorry, also known as, Johnny Donald. 30th of March 1908 to 17th of August 1996. So, yeah, he only died about 22 years ago. Again, in France under quite suspicious circumstances. So there we go. What can I say about myself? I like to think I'm doing just the right thing. Adolfs attacks my country and serve it however I can. Unfortunately, it meant leaving it and escaping. Unfortunately, it meant joining the... Fortunately... Man, I'm not reading well today. It meant joining the great men serving in RAF and forming the number 303 Polish Fighter Squadron. Some people say that I'm a bit too eager to fight, but fighting is my life. That's why I joined the Polish Air Force. That's why I escaped to Poland to fight another day. That's why I stayed in the 303 until the end, and that's why I will be an adventurer and a mercenary later. That's the only way of life I know. And then we got a whole, like, basically a biography of him. Anyways, go back to the game. Let's go talk to Henberg and Urbanowicz. Urbanowicz being quite a famous Polish officer, again, in World War II, based at Northolt, and was like the Polish liaison to the British kind of thing.
It's a shame we couldn't have seen the face of our friend, Mr. Kellett. Donald, it's Major Kellett. We are at war. And the English are in charge here. You want to face a massacre? Or have hot tea poured into your trousers? I'd just like them to wage war against Adolfs, not us. I know. Just don't create more reasons for them to be mad about us, okay? You and Pasha broke loose and violated an order. But personally, I'm glad you did.
Zdzisław Henberg, being a Polish pilot in actually I think it was Czech Republican even, but he was a pilot in the 303 Squadron. We'll go over here. New pilot roster. Maciusz Michał, Kieran David Stepson, right, these are going to be people back to the Kickstarter once upon a time. Piotr 81, come on, be realistic, guys. They got a few, again, more Kickstarter backers who went for the slightly higher things. Anyways, let's go speak to Urbanovich over here.
Major Kellet was trying hard, but he could not have hidden his respect. It was, however, a bit buried underground, I'd say.
He's going to be buried himself one day if we are not around to help him.
Hush! I overheard him talking with Captain Kent. The ice melts.
Good to hear. Thank you, sir.
But just don't get too bold and proud, Sergeant Zumbach. Make sure you know the all rules of flying by heart.
Yes, sir.
Major Kellet was trying hard, but he could not have hidden his respect. It was, however, a bit buried underground, I'd say.
He's going to be buried himself one day if we are...
Hush!
Cool. Whoops. Wow, some mad jump he's got there. Anyways, let's head over to the bunker. Or to the barracks. And let's go to sleep for the day. There is a bicycle just over there. Let's go give it a ride. So unfortunately we can't go around all of Northolt yet. And unfortunately, and rather disappointedly, we also can't go into Ruislip just yet. I mean, Polish pilots used to go to the Orchard pub, which is, I believe, quite a popular pub in Ruislip nowadays. And, yeah, I'm actually not sure. It'll probably just be the pub you can go to. I don't think you can go to, like, everywhere in Ruislip. That'd be quite a large area to do. Because, for those who don't know, RAF Northolt is in Ruislip, not Northolt. Basically, Ruislip as a town didn't really exist when the initial, like, airfield was put together. And also, this was a time where all the RAF bases were named after the local train station, which in this case was Northolt. Ruislip train station didn't open until 1948 on the Central Line, which means Northolt would be the only station as part of the Great Western Main Line. So, another day, another go. Yes, there'll be another mission shortly. First of all, we've got to speak to Witold again. So he is... Oh, he's outside this time, I believe. Okay, a few more Hurricanes flying out of formation out of Northolt. So he is just around the corner here. And after we speak to Witold, we then will get another mission. Yes, and that would be King George on the war, King George V, being King of England at the time.
Tomorrow.
Sir? Oh, yes. Right.
It all happened so fast. September, Demblin. Luftwaffe attacks, evading the Germans while evacuating the cadets through Romania, sailing to France and now England. I am so glad we can have a meaningful fight, finally.
Not all of us. Some of my friends. Somehow the command will not let them fight. Your namesake, Wanowski, he's a talented aviator. Yet he waits for his turn. He has not even been admitted as a member of any squadron because he's... they call it unruly.
Sergeant, let me assure you I am against punishments like that. People who make mistakes need to be proven wrong, not punished. I have been punished myself, you know.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your kind words. If I may speak freely, I would say that you have a great future as a leader before you.
Don't count on it, Janek.
I just love like the way they speak, the Polish accent, because at the end of the day, these people be speaking Polish to each other because they're Polish. But like the way they have like the broken English as they speak to each other, and then when it comes to like naming certain words, so they really force the accent as well. So like Janek, the way he pronounced it, I love that. It's so Polish, it's unbelievable. Anyways, let's go over to our Hurricane. And last time I did the realistic controls, I think I'm going to go for the more arcadey controls, to kind of like show off how that one works on the mouse, as it's a very different like controlling system, and it's one that, again, I don't mind both of them, but I'd very much like to see some proper joystick control in the future, which I know the developers are trying to do soon. So if we go for arcade this time and start our mission. Baptism of Fire. We finally got accepted as a frontline unit. All we felt was satisfaction and determination. After cheering and celebrating, we were eager to take part in the real show, hoping it would be fruitful and much less boring than those tedious training flights. Finally, 1 year after the war started, we were offered a real chance to make a difference.
My Polish friends, you have a chance to shine. Prove me yesterday was not an accident.
Only if you prove us you are not as long.
I love these little comments as well.
That's our chance again.
Right
you
then.
know what to do. Just don't get
Whoa. Okay, restart that one. Rest in peace, Jan Zumbach. Basically just flew into the face of those BF-105s there. That was poorly done. Well, I sometimes prefer the more realistic controls in this game. So, take two.
You have a chance to shine. Prove me
Let's join this
yesterday
convoy.
was not an accident.
Only if you prove us you are not as long.
So, take two.
Tally ho.
Hopefully this one will be better.
That's our chance again. You know what to do. Just don't get stupid.
Again.
Oh dear!
Like, I prefer the realistic controls. Arcade is not for me. I'm more of a realistic kind of hands down, get your thing on. Not arcade controls where you move a mouse, there's like a 10-second delay because it needs to move. I'll try it one more time and then I'll move, just go somewhere else. But yeah, this is a different battle. Basically, all the battles in this game are based on like the real life battles the Polish 303 Squadron actually fought in. So it's like, everything you get would be as realistic as they possibly can. I mean, fair enough, there's not everything you're going to get. There's some like historical inaccuracies just to get like the Kickstarter names in. But for the most part, this game's generally quite good.
Oh, what a fierce Hun! I can't lose him. Can anyone?
Not yet. This one's mine. There we go. Critical hits. Right through the gun. And right through the fuel tank. Beautifully done. I love this like X-ray kill cam kind of thing. Really like brings the best out of this game. Just up close and personal with the enemy.
Danger!
Fierce Hun coming up. We'll go for you next. Needs to be much more like controlling my bullets as well, because unlike unlike those always fighting games you're no used to, Spitfires and Hurricanes had limited bullets. Same as these enemy ones as well, so be very careful with my speeds, my approaching, and my bullets. Like, that was just a waste there. Shouldn't even thought about firing. Stalling can also be quite easily to achieve these kind of aircraft. Got him.
Was close. I think you have proven you know your craft. Let's proceed, shall we?
No, this is not multiplayer. This game is all single player. Now, my engine's overheated. Jeszcze Polska nie gniła. That's once more Poland's not yet lost. That's the Polish anthem.
A little help here.
Poland's not yet lost. Now I need to restart my engine. That's cooled down enough. There we go. Just kind of taking out those 109s. One left. So it shouldn't be too much of a chore. No, so I know how to fly. I know how to fly, don't worry. In that case though, when the engine's gone, you want your altitude more than your speed. Right, so if he doesn't take him out, I almost certainly will. So we'll get him in range. Got ya.
It's clear. Congratulations, 303 Squadron. We can return to base. Bloody fine show.
And there we go. So another 5-star score. And we've got Ronald Gustav Kellett as our latest card. Back to the airfield. Back to RAF Northolt. RAF had certain standards. We were about to break them yet again, but this time the impression was entirely positive. We have no choice but to see our potential. The last day of August changed everything. It will also change the Battle of Britain. Back into Northolt. So I need to speak to František and Henberg, which are both away from here. Back on the bicycle. So yeah, here's the like normal like barracks kind of area people used to go to. And then that one is the officers club, so where all like the officers used to hang out. But yeah, I very much do like this game. So in the early access, you just play as part of like a normal Polish pilot in 303. Although in this case, you now play it as Jan Zumbach, Poland's basically all-time famous World War II pilot, as I mentioned earlier. So if I can now go find these guys. Whoops. The hitboxes, though, I'm going to say the bicycle physics aren't yet perfected, at least in my eyes they aren't. There's a lot more work they could be done. I do like sometimes like just annoying these guys who are like get in the way. They have to run around. You can block them, and it kind of like messes up their entire run formation. I do like that. Anyways, let's go down and speak to these guys over there. Nope, it's not you I'm talking to. I'm talking to you behind them. Yeah, the map's not great.
You notice those colorful Messerschmitts that fly better?
Yes, I think they are elite of some sort.
You could be right. The rumor is that they earned their spurs during the Spanish Civil War.
The Condor Legion.
Yes, they have quite a few good pilots. But we will show them who is the best.
Alright, so spoken to František. Now we've got to go to Zdzisław Henberg.
Your friend, Mr. Kellett, has been so happy with you helping him that he left a special gift for you. It's a bit against the rules, so you need to find it yourself. It's somewhere around the blast pans. That's all I know. Never thought I will be playing current hounds in the RAF. Believe me, it is worth it. I mean, I saw Major Kellett's face. He was in awe. Dreams come true after all.
Right, let's see what he's left us. So, go to sleep. And then tomorrow, we'll start our next battle. Yeah, so far, as I said, I'm enjoying this game. It feels like RAF. Sorry, it feels like RAF Northolt. Really brings the game to life. I do like it. Oh, that old car over there as well, the old fuel truck. But just the whole environment, it's nice. It is nice. So if we take this path over here instead, and get back to our barracks. I mean, it's not perfect yet, and I will say some of the controls are still awkward. And my words, they need to add some sort of trimming to these Hurricanes as well, because they can sometimes be a chore and a half to fly. But for the most part, I can't complain. They do work, and again, I love the X-ray camera. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you can do, but I'm never going to fit in the door like that. Right then, off to sleep. Nice little stove here. See what we got on September 5th, 1940. Right, so speak to Vitol again. Although, nah. I mean, over there you've also got like a more back stuff. Like I said, you can't access everywhere in this game just yet. So the yeah, that stage will be unlocked in the next stage of early access, and you can't quite reach the what was it, the Western what is it? West End Road that goes past the runway to Northolt. West End Road. I know it's quite a popular aeroplane spotting area because it's like a, I think something like a yellow fence. And you can just literally look into the runway at Northolt, which being an RAF base, can introduce some rather interesting aircraft at times. Be told is at the officers club, so he's standing just outside the officers club. Let's go speak to him.
I have to say that I'm relieved with the fact that we ended up forming a fighter squadron. A bloody shame it would be were we forced to fly the bombers.
Those things are unflyable, sir. Yeah, just like home. It was the punishment for being too bright. You were assigned to scout or bomber units.
And my conscience would not let me be at peace if I was a bomber pilot. You never know who you'd hit.
We are at war, sir.
We are at war.
Right, going to Hurricane, start a mission, but first of all, quick look inside the officers club. Now they've actually brightened up a bit. Oh, okay, you can't actually enter it. Fair enough. Let's go to our Hurricane. I mean, there are a few other speech roles I could go to, speak to someone else, but for the most part you don't really need to go and do that. My favourite little running squadron again. And, do I get my Hurricane tweaks a little bit more? I probably will. Let me go see what other parts we can actually do.
Can I
Likewise,
ask for a small favor?
I want to extend
So,
my
you need
aircraft's
customizations.
harmonisation as well a bit. But I have to say, some of the faces in this game look horrifying. They absolutely do. That's I'm not complaining. So let's go for the guns first.
Alright.
Let's actually empty out these compartments. So step by step, remove everything. So come off the belts, open the ammo, remove the ammo, remove the 2 4 caps, and remove the 4 light barrels. Remove the 4 Browning guns. There you go, a nice empty gun compartment. Absolutely nothing in there. So, oh wait, sorry, harmonization I can remove as well. Now press tab. Now let's see what we can install. So if I go for, yeah, I can't do the Browning Mark II yet. This is more accurate, but less firing rates. I think I do need the accuracy, so I go for like barrel mods. There we go, those go back in. In terms of bullets, we got armor piercing and 303 British. I think the armor piercing, while slower, do more damage. I do like that. Now close the 4 compartments. And finally, whoops, we've got a light belt feed, so relay speed's much higher, but reliability's not so great. That's fine. And then finally, you got the harmonization. So I got it at grey melon points. I think I'll go for Dowding's spread. Because yeah, close pan's way too far. I'll go for that one.
Fix it.
Cover goes on. And our Spitfire has been built. As for the engine, I now take that apart. So first thing first goes to the propeller. Then it's the exhaust vents. Then comes the top. Now comes the bottom. And it's the frame next. Top cover. And then the engine. And as you see here, we've now got a completely empty Hurricane engine compartment. Which in the engine itself, we can then completely take apart. So off comes the bottom. Up comes
With
the rear.
my eyes closed.
And yeah, that comes off as well. Is there something else? Oil filter I can remove as well. Somewhere. There we go. Perfect. So, oil filter. Yeah, go for the improved one. We've only got a standard dynamo, so no option. 2 top covers come in. What else you got? We've got the rear as well. So supercharger. It's going to have to be standard because it's better. And finally, it has to be a standard engine.
He'll be happy.
Now let's put the gun back, the engine back together.
Now that one.
Rotor or de Havilland? Ooh, do I want velocity or acceleration? I think I may go for de Havilland actually. I don't know. Velocity, constant speed propeller, slow reaction time. Has a high top speed though. Yeah, I'm going for a de Havilland. And just like that. Aircraft I've put together. That is as good as I'm going to get when it comes to my setup. And you know what? I think I might give the arcade controls one quick go. Now that I have a better setup kind of thing. So when it comes to like charging the enemy, it's the case that I now have an idea what I'm doing. So, our first raid. The Battle of Britain was a defensive campaign, whilst skirmishes and fighters certainly improved our skill and morale. Bombs were those large, slow beasts that ate pretty real prey for predators we hoped to become. When our first chance to hunt some bomb-dropping Adolfs arrived, we were really excited.
We protect the ground. The bombers are our main target. Attack the fighters only if they get fierce.
That's fine.
Bandits, we shoot.
So the Drawyah 17s, and then the Mitsubishi, then the not Mitsubishi's one of lines. Nodale, go on. Right, it's one down. Otherwise, yeah, these Drawyahs aren't actually too evasive. Getting quite close actually and take them out. Get too close to that, but fortunately with the lower top speeds, it's a case of where I don't need to worry too much about the fact that I'm going quite slow. There we go, got another critical hit right through the fuel tank and right through the pilots as well actually. Boom, they're taken out. Ooh, blood as well, come on, that's glorious. Rest in peace, Adolfs. I need to reload, so that'll take some time. And there goes the engine. There's a BF-109 on my tail. Let's evade him first. There we go.
Łapkowski's down. Haven't seen him bailing out. Can someone check up on him?
Right, one of our pilots have lost. So while I check up on him, I've got a 109, which I now need to go and take out. If I remember correctly, I believe Wachowski's out of action now. And is this not where they bring the Canadian pilots? I believe they... I know 303 Squadron did end all with a Canadian, like, high-ranking pilots. I'm just trying to remember when exactly, though, he was brought in, kind of thing. Now, he's escaping me, because I don't want to use too much power, otherwise my engine dies on me. Because these German aircraft were definitely a lot faster, a lot more powerful than our British Hurricanes. So unfortunately, these guys are lost. I have now to look for the wreckage, so let's go find that instead. There we go, engine overheated. If I lower the throttle a bit, so that once I turn the engine back on, I can then carry on using it at slightly lower power. But otherwise, yeah, the environment itself, it's not the best, I'm not going to lie, it's not the best in the world. I wouldn't mind seeing that, like, tweaks on all that stuff, but for as it is, hopefully, I mean, it's early access, so expect a lot more work being put into it. Let's go and check out what's going on at the waypoints.
Our jumper landed on the tree, but he's waving at me. Planes down. Lapkovsky probably wanted to promote the British idea of this barbecue.
Again, I love these little digs at people. So I've got the Zdzisław Krasnodebski, Zdzisław Kradenowski, and yeah, let's head back to the airfields. Like I say, for the most part, I do enjoy this game. I do enjoy what it gives you. So, welcome to RAF Northolt. September 5th, 1940. To the civilians, the idea of taking down slow bombers with nimble fighters must have seemed like an unfair form of sport. But until those civilians are targeted of those... But until those civilians are to target those bombers, but we fend the foe off, and the people on the ground celebrated us and drunk to us that they've shot. My word, I'm terrible today. Let's go and speak to Ferrich, who is in the club this time, and it looks fairly open to me. This is just more like your kind of like standard barrack hangout area. To the library. Yes, he is.
Second official combat mission and so many aircraft shut down. Today looks good in our record, right?
Quite.
And Lapkovsky is alright. I wish you out only about the happy landings and beautifully deployed parachutes in the worst case scenario.
I love these
And
things.
the British people refraining from beating us to death with their shovels. I heard civilians almost killed one of the British airmen last week, thinking he was a Fritz.
Gosh. Yes, basically, us Brits, the British civilians, whenever a person parachuted down, anyone was a target for them. Anyone. So if we head back to the barracks, whoops, and let's go to sleep for the day. We can run, it's quite close to here. And I said, I think I'll maybe do one more mission, and then I'll end it for today, the live stream. But like I say, it's 303 Squadron is it's a game I'm enjoying. Oh, okay. The cap trap. We, the pilots, developed many skills throughout our careers. Not only are we becoming proficient in maneuvering the aircraft or attacking the enemies, but we also sorry, my chat window's in the way. But we also gain the skill of observation. Sometimes it develops into an impressive intuition, but no genius was required to notice that something was wrong with the vector we were given by the ops.
You know what they say about life of a pilot?
It's better to be lucky than good.
Falling into routine is the worst thing. Oh, we have bandits. Angels. Oh, quite a few.
Yeah, this feels so much better.
Let's climb, gentlemen. Never should we attack from below. We are not bloody submarines.
This won't stop us.
Right, shoot down enemy planes, 8 of them.
I need help.
With realistic controls, you also don't get the actual like aiming recitals. So in this, you really need to know your aircrafts.
Co tu się wyprawia?
Come on, this one's mine. He's not even flying too difficult either. It's quite a simple target. This. He's going faster though, so I need to catch up with him. In fact, I think he may be fleeing. Yeah, he's fleeing the battle. He's been damaged or something. Alright, someone's coming from behind. 1 down, 7 to go.
Help me! Whoa!
I got 1 hit in there, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to take him down. You, my friend, are next.
Oh no!
Woo, that was a bit of a hit. Did not feel good on my aircraft, that's for sure.
Yes!
He's a bit...
Watch it!
My speed's all off this one. My approach is getting him... It's not my best aero battle in the world, unfortunately.
Good shot.
I guess even Jan Zumbach had his off days. Just not many of them. Yeah, my speed is way off at the moment. I need to level the aircraft off and just get a bit more speed in for a moment. There we go, that's better. Ooh, careful overheating as well. Engine is quite warm.
One crowd down. I need help!
Swamp. And the others now coming about a mile away from us at this point. So we need to play a bit of catch up. I'm sure that once I get my throttle set up for this, my joystick, I'm sure things will be much easier to use in the long run. And again, these guys are running for a reason. Probably because there's going to be like a guy behind me I need to be careful about. Now he's too far away, but getting closer. There you go, a couple hits in that one. Engine overheating. Level the aircraft off. Yeah, use the mirror if I need to. Restarting engine. And play catch up for that 109.
Bye, Snapper.
Engine restart failed. Great. Come on, there we go. That's what I wanted. Engine's quite cool now, so I can get a bit of a catch up going on. Reloading. Is my left wing damaged? No. It's just out of ammo.
Yeah!
I mean, as I said, this game's no IL-2 Sternovich, but for what it's trying to do, I do like it. Historically, I think it's better, like, historically than, say, Battle of Britain IL-2. I think IL-2 has maybe the more superior flying, but we'll see how time like goes on, how the two games compare. Got ya. Right, just one more to go. They're all a bit far away from me, so I'll have to come back to them later. Okay, don't put too much speed in because I'm just going to burn out my engine just like doing that.
Don't let
Ooh. I mean, I took him out, but oh yeah, took him out. Unfortunately, it cost me own aircraft as well. Man, just watch that on the stream replay. Not a nice impact stats. Right, try that again this time, but be a bit more serious about it.
Say about life of a pilot.
It's better to be lucky than good.
Falling into routine is the worst thing. Oh, we have bandits. Angels. Oh, quite a few.
There you go. Your routine has failed. Let's climb, gentlemen. Never should we attack from below. We are not bloody submarines.
Right, let's get ready for
This
attack.
won't
Hopefully this
stop us.
time be a little bit more easier on my part.
A little help here?
And of course it'd be the one British pilot of 303 Squadron. At least the very early part of 303.
I'm in
I'd be
trouble.
suffering the most because we've got to get the pro Polish out there.
Yes.
Alright, it's one down actually. Got him. Some of these kills are a little bit harder to determine, but I did see it pop down from 8 till 7. There you go, 6. Getting the hang of it now, guys. I'm getting the hang of it now. Alright, we'll go for... Wow, down to 5. We're bossing this. Yeah, I'm not going to make that one, so put out of it while I still have the chance. He's a bit too close range for me. Ah, did not see him though. That one's came out of nowhere. Where's he gone? Like I say, some of the aerial combat in this game is fantastic. There you go, one more down, 4 to go. We're about halfway there. There are aircraft behind me. And there they are. This was a lot closer than it was last time. I think we haven't lost a pilot yet, but in terms of like actual distance between the enemies, this one is definitely right up the right up your nose kind of thing. There, another bit of poor shooting from me.
Don't lose him.
We don't plan to, sir. Okay, fair enough.
Great.
Haha! Shot down by someone who doesn't even have an engine. 3 to go, and now she set my engine cool down a bit. Assuming I can't get this next guy out without it. Come on. Am I really the best pilot ever? Am I really going to do good in Jan Zumback's name? Getting closer. He's going to make a turn.
Co tu się wyprawia?
No, pull out, pull out, pull out. We're getting a bit too close there. Right, it's 2 left. You guys take care of him. I've got you on my sleeve. Reloading. Ah, that was perfect. Like, positioning wise, speed wise, that should have been it. But unfortunately, reloading took just that bit too longer. Is he the one that's close to me? I'm not sure, but I'm going for him anyway. Right, someone's on my tail. Gotta be careful.
Danger.
In fact, I'm gonna have to pull out, unfortunately, because at the end of the day, in terms of damage, this aircraft, this game does have like realistic damage, as you saw there. Each component, so the weapons are like separate entities, the fuel is a separate entity. Everything you see is exactly how you like expect to find in the real aircraft. You lose something, you lose it. There you go, someone got him down, not sure who though. And the last one is behind me. Quite slow though. It's probably got damaged engine. Not smoking though just yet, so be a little bit more like reserved with him. Where is he? There he is, okay. I mean, I'm tempted to say he's basically out of the battle already, but I'm not quite sure. Better be safe than sorry, though.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful salvo.
Oh yeah, and I can shoot down my allied plane as well, if I am very unlucky. Take him out. Surely, both his wings got hit there. He hasn't got much of the plane left. Where is he? And why is he surviving so much longer than everyone else? Left angle's off for that one. I need a bit more distance for my run-in. There, that's better. So you don't take him out now.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła. Stay on target. You ground him.
Right, there you go. He's nosedived. He's lost it, I think. Unless he's recovering. My word, who is this pilot and why is he doing so well?
I need help.
And why has nobody shot him down yet? So that's the other thing that concerns me. Are Polish pilots really that bad? Take out one guy. There we go. What?
And the days were supposed to be on top of things.
What? No. That was like the perfect battle. And we did so well. Until my own guy flew into me from above.
What they say about life of a pilot.
Wow. Okay.
Falling into routine is the worst thing.
Man, do I have that much luck anymore? I don't know. I'm doing the battle again.
Oh, quite a few.
But,
There you go. Your routine has failed. Let's climb, gentlemen.
I don't know what to say.
We are not
I actually have no idea what to say. That was just...
This won't stop us.
I need help.
Right, 1 down, 7 to go. 1 down, 7 to go. Come on, Drawyah. You did it last time, you can do it again.
I'm in trouble. Great.
There you go, 2 down, 6 to go.
Watch it.
I'm under fire, that's fine. Right, I'm on the heavy fire now. Woo. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pull out of this one. Pull out, pull out, pull out. Both wings still attached. That's fine. I mean, back in the early access, I have flown before. I was like missing past my right wing, which was a rather awkward flight. But in this case, both are still on the aeroplane. Ooh, here we go. Critical hits.
Oh dear.
What do we take out? Through the wing, through the fuel tank, through the gun. That's an explosion. Sure, the whole wing come off. Fair enough. 5 to go. 4 to go. We're doing well, guys. Come on. This game needs to be multiplayer. Like, seriously. It's a whole separate thing, this.
A little help here. Whoa.
Bit close, but not a kill, unfortunately. 3 to go. Engine's overheated. I'm going to have to go on a bit of a glide at the moment. Boy, right on top of my gun recital. If I can kill him, that'd be a story and a half. Unfortunately, though, I don't think I did. Right, my speed is, yeah, my speed's down. I'm going to have to let this stall for a bit. There we go, that's better.
I need help.
Let's get back into the battle. You're going to head towards the other guys, so you'll be more of a straight kind of trajectory. And you'll be quite an easy one to predict. I hit you, but unfortunately I didn't hit you enough. Try that again, shall we? Come on, come on.
Yeah.
There we go, 2 to go. And they're both over there.
Good shooting.
Right, you're my next target. Coming up
Jeszcze
to
Polska nie zginęła.
1,000 yards away.
Oh dear.
Ah, boy. Engine's gone again. Man, it's so eerie when it's all silent and it's just you on your own kind of thing.
Add him to the tally.
Engine restarting.
Pokażmy im.
Engine still restarting. There we go, back in action.
No serious damage.
All right.
Oh, they both went down. That was a mid-air collision again. You see what I mean? Mid-air collisions are very much a factor in this game as something went bang. Right, there's one more down to go. I don't know how many of our allied pilots are left as well. There's one more enemy to go. So I'm praying he's going to be quite an easy takedown.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła. Good shooting.
Someone failed us today. Hard.
There we go.
And the Jays were supposed to be on top of things.
And there we go. Third time lucky. Witold Urbanovich card with our 5-star score. I'd like to see how many kills I got as well. That's the thing this game needs to do. Like a proper kill counts kind of thing. Anyway, September 6th, 1940. Skirmishes like this are dangerous, but when they're over and everybody survives, even the hurts, the squadron becomes more satisfied and experienced and wiser. Still, I'd much prefer the advantages of altitude in the next missions. So, I'll talk to the 3 guys over here, and then I think we'll end the live stream for today. But like I said, if you guys are really interested in this game, do let me know if you want me to live stream some more of 303 Squadron, because this is a game that is literally, it's basically the kind of game I've wanted for a long time. And it's really nice to see like how it's all been put together so far. It's not perfect, it never will be, no game is perfect. But I think this one, if the flying was better, it would be close. Oh, and some of the graphics as well.
Got shot down. He is a top-notch pilot.
Ah, so is that the guy who
Is he going to be fine, sir?
Not soon enough. He is suffering from severe burns.
so I've seen the guy.
I'm glad he survived. What now?
I have to go to the base in Uxbridge. Vice Marshal Keith Park wants to talk to me.
Ooh.
My bet is he will promote you, sir. You will be our next leader.
What? Oh no, I don't think so.
You will see, sir. Best candidate you are. Good luck with the top brass.
Yes, this guy got Urbanovich got promoted in the end, but yeah, Major Kronodebski, I believe, is the one who we saw like crash into the German plane a moment ago. He survived with burns. Quite surprised he actually survived that, to be fair. And then yeah, the base in Uxbridge, which closed down a couple years ago. It's now a there's a public park and historical kind of sites, like a museum kind of area. It's a museum, but not quite a museum. And basically there's a tree in there, which I helped plant. Let's just leave us at that. Yeah, I got to love the former... Uxbridge was not an RAF base. Uxbridge was a proper military base kind of thing. Anyways, who do we go through first? Zdzisław Henberg or Josef František? I think we'll go to Frantisek first.
I bet you love flying low, eh? I remember this funny story about your low
gosh.
flybys scaring the nude girls laying on the beaches along the Vistula River.
Not too keen on low flybys when Luftwaffe is involved, though.
You are delivering a thrill to those ladies. You can thrill the Germans too.
Not entertainment, but machine gun rounds is what I deliver to them.
Oh gosh, what's going on? Again, Frantisek, his memoirs, bloody hell, are a thing. But if you can find like an English translation of them, give it a read. It's a proper like World War II pilot, historical kind of. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyways, last guy over here. Right, let's see what Henberg has to say.
I barely noticed them at first. If spotting the foe is difficult, try 18 more carrots. You know what I meant. This whole downing system needs a bit of polishing. It was supposed to be much more accurate. One case in 100
Bits of
when
polishing.
on a wrong
You get
course
it?
And you'll still complain, Donald. Right. Well, at home, we had similar, yet even less advanced system. And we could locate the Fritzes only following the trail of destruction they had been leaving behind.
Cool. And then the next point is proceed, go to sleep, proceed next day, which I think I'm not going to do. Like I say, if you want me to stream more 303 Squadron, please do let me know, and I'd be more than happy to do it, because this game is something that I very much will continue. Whether or not it was a live stream is for you to decide. But yeah, I love this game, I really do. It is fantastic, and I do hope to see more of it in the future. But like I said, I'll leave it for today, and we'll see what we do. Videos as normal again on Monday. I know I've had a bit of a hiatus this week as work has been busy, piling all on me. So Monday things are normal. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys then, where it'll be Train Sim World on the West Somerset Railway. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream even. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. And yeah, 303 Squadron. It's out now. Early access on Steam. And I just can't wait to see how this goes, because so far, it's phenomenal. Graphics need to be slightly more improved to make it a more realistic kind of way. I think shaders, though, is the big problem with this one. The shadows are a bit of a mess, but that can tweak in the Unreal Engine. Flying could be a bit more better as well. And then hopefully the developers add the joystick controller support soon, because that would really bring this game to life. But other than that, I've got no real issues with this game. It's historically accurate in a way. It knows what it's doing. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Do leave a like if you did. Do subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. And have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Goodbye.